Are we going over here? Look at the lava. Oh, but it's a lava out of the ocean. There's one there that's black and there's another one that's kind of red going. I wonder what that is.
He's behind the lava there. He's totally camouflaged.
Hi. I ruined your picture. Move the camera and get the work. There's no place on earth can be any more beautiful. Oh. There. It's just a piece of wood lying here, but there's a flower growing out of it. I mean, there's flowers growing everywhere. I don't know what kind of tree this is. It's going to remove them. Can you get the name?
Yeah.
It's not safe.
these different fishes off to these different merchants. So when each of the day, those are fresh fish. A lot of them are called the Bishop Estates. Now the Bishop Estates was originally started in memorandum to Princess Bernice Pauahi, different classes of people. Okay? Now, with his teacher.
So is the makahiki like a pilgrimage?
Uh-huh. And it's in a lot of ways, a makahiki is like, there were 7 now, okay, gang? And I'm not ashamed to tell you that. Queen Ka'ahumanu, which was King Kamehameha's most favorite wife, she was about 275 to 300 pounds. But yet she gave Kamehameha 13 children. Okay? Kamehameha was a father of 29 children. So what happened was, what he did was he went and he was able to accomplish that task. And he lifted that Naha stone. You can either lift it or roll it over. Then you will bring that legend to a reality. Okay? So he was able to lift it. Now lift it how and in what way, that's beyond me.
Has a camera on here.
Under their thing. Wouldn't that be fun?
And Akaka was married to a woman named Miley. However, he had a playmate, quote unquote, named Lehua. And that by the time she could get to Akaka to stop him from doing that, to let him know that she's forgiven him, it was too late.
Someone behind what? There's another one.
Flowing out of the bottom there. Look down there.
You gotta get there.
Right. They should call it C&P, $26,000 to build. And that'll be from the ground up, getting the ground treated for termites and things like that. Now, before they were able to build their, majority of them lived in 1-bedroom homes, and they would have like 6 or 7 children and 2 adults in one home. So what they do is through the years they expand a little at a time. And
5 or 26,000?
for a home like what you first saw. For a home like what they have, like what they start off with, it would cost you anywhere between $5,000 and $6,000. Here we got banana trees. Look at those bunches of bananas hanging from those trees. The prices for those products much cheaper to the people that live here. You follow me? Okay. So what we're gonna do now, these buildings that you see on the right, they were established back in 1908. However, when the tsunami in 1947 had hit downtown Hilo, wiping out about 53%, this part was barely touched. There was a little damage here and there, But that's basically all there was. So all they had to do was fix up those damages. So these buildings are in its original structure since 1908. Now Hilo has a lot of authentic history behind it. Now the business district that you see in the distance on the right, that business district is the part that got wiped out by the 47 tsunami. And the reason why we say that is those businesses used to come all the way down to the water's edge on the left. However, when it got demolished, they rebuilt it 40 to 45 feet inland and 20 to 25 feet above the rest.
The ferries come through.
When I want it, I just take it out and slide out in the microwave.
Okay, so I am being tourist.
You're not a tourist. You're a tourist when you rent a car.
You rent a car. Where is tourist? Definitely.
Okay, so what's your question?
I guess they definitely research.
Where are you from?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Sounds nice.
Where are you from?
Canada.
Canada? Wow.
Vancouver.
Any
Right down the coast.
Close to Quebec.
Hoping she's not calling me because she needs money, because it's like, good luck. Vehicles up in the national parks. So we got to make sure that we take care of each other and we don't lose anybody. Okay, getting back to our routing, the same thing that you're seeing now is the same thing that you're gonna be seeing coming down. So if there's anything that you sorrow, we also had the tea leaf plant. Well, because back in the old days, when they first came to these islands, they didn't have refrigeration. So the la'i plant, or the tea leaf plant, was their way of preserving their food. They would wrap it in these leaves, and they would use that. Went swimming. And I didn't take no Tylenol. No, I'd drive it 5 days a week, and Saturday, Sunday, I'd have my tourists on my tours, and I wouldn't feel left out. But I think those are fascinating to drive. Those big old babies. I'd be right up there showing them who's boss. Vent. It's way down to the ocean. Wanted to still have it in one piece, I won't buy it. Because anywhere else in the world. So, we stop there and you're able to see that, and then you're able to also use she runs into her sister, Hi'iaka. Now, because Hi'iaka was Pele's most favorite sister, Hi'iaka Pele. So she made Pele see that what she did was wrong. So Pele turns around and Pele seeks for Lehua. When she finds Lehua, she makes a vow to Lehua. And she tells Lehua that she's going to create something that's never ever going to separate Ohia and Lehua ever again.
Trying to find something that Jack's tour. They're good. Cookie Cobra.
これ硬いわこれものすごい。
いや、だから今度もな、カチっていうまでフルマンとかなんだって硬いね。
硬いわ。これ回してないな。
回してないから、まあ、映すんやったら回さん。カチっていうまで。
I'm just going to work on it. You can see right in the center, straight ahead, the main volcano.
The cauldron.
That's steam, darling. And that comes from the condensation in the air going through these cracks in the sluices, steam, and then it pushes it right back up to different cracks in the surface of the earth. So that's how a steam vent is created. This area that we're coming through is the steam vents. However, we're not going to be making a stop here, okay, gang? Because I want to get you to the observatory. Now, when we get to the... rather. Okay, if we see one that's low enough, gang, keep a lookout for a little stopping, okay? Because I don't want you to find where the hollow points in that lava flow is. There's an eruption, there's always an earthquake that precedes it. Now when that happens, it causes cracks in the surface of the earth. Now if you've seen a movie or a video that shows you an eruption, and you see the flames being spewed out all in a row, that's what they call a rift zone. Okay, was classified by geologists as the lake of fire. Keep that video camera going. That's surrounding the rift zone itself. This is all the lava that came out of that rift zone. Now the rift zone is approximately 7 to 8 feet wide, and it runs for about 22.5 miles long. The lava flow cools enough where you're able to walk on it. And the reason why is if you walk on there with leather-soled shoes, your shoes will melt in a heartbeat. It was one of the largest. It is not classified as the largest, but it is one of the largest. Translated into English means the house of fire. Halema'uma'u is considered by the Hawaiian people as the home for Pele, the goddess of fire. And you're going to see how quickly the foliage changes from being this barren. Now this area that we're coming through is the 1982 lava flow that took place during a September eruption. It happened on September 27th, 1982. Up to what, a day or two for it to cover an area space of about 48 to 50 miles. Right now they have it all blocked. Yeah. And they're really pretty, and you gotta really look. Well, then don't need to take a picture. Roll your window down.
I got like 80 of them.
When they first migrated to these islands, they started to populate themselves. Even more rare and all these things. So somebody else's, right? Right. It is, because it's a model. I'm gonna slow down here. Different legends that when that happens, it occurs because the land is not being utilized properly. These two family dwellings are people that were originally from Kalapana. They've been descendants of Kalapanas for umpteen years. Okay? But yet, their homes were the only ones that survived that lava flow. The lava flow surrounded the outer perimeter of their yards and continued down to the ocean. And if you don't believe me, if you ever have the chance to come back here and make a drive down to Kalapana, you will know what I mean. Because their outer perimeter is just lava. There's nothing else. There's no plant life, nothing. All the... Uh-huh. Do you agree? Now you see all of this that you see now? Yeah. What they wanted to do was redo it, but do it about a mile that way, so that you would have a much better scenery going down towards the eruption site that's going on right now. Eyes and the forehead. And you get it? The time they constructed this roadway was totally covered by this lava flow that you see right now. You follow me? So remember I told you that they were going to try and construct it a mile towards the ocean for the county. So when they came out here to help him haul the lava away, he got sick. So what the contractor did was he went and got a Hawaiian priest or a kahuna to come down here and bless the piece of property that they were going to construct the road on. So the kahuna came down. So the contractor said, well, what do we have to do in order to construct this roadway and fulfill this federal contract? So the kahuna told him, in order to fulfill the contract, you need to wait and see. So what happened was the kahuna did his his offerings, and he did his prayers and all that stuff to Pele. And when he got through, he told that's how it's going to be. Follow me? And you see all this smoke? Stay free. Or mesquite.
So this is really...
Question not asked, okay? So then I'll give you a specified time to be back. Okay? Okay.
Don't go too far. Don't go too far out there. Let me take a picture of you, please.
Replaced by the white sand. 4 minutes, we're gonna make a stop at Hilo Sea Arch. Then I'm gonna let you get out and take your pictures. And then we're gonna leave Hilo Sea Arch at the same time. Mike and his people.
You can see.
That's it down there, Mr. Lover.
Oh, yeah. Kinda gotta get up there.
to lease the property from Bishop Estates. But yet when Bishop Estates goes in to collect the money that they're back on as far as their lease, the government don't want to pay it. And the only way they say they're gonna be able to pay for that past due lease agreement is to turn around and up the taxes so that they can pay off their mess-ups. And that's where the sovereignty movement doesn't agree with. They don't feel that why should the people pay higher taxes, and in the long run, if you think about it, the people end up paying their mess-ups. They should with somebody about these things, political points of view, negative.
Right in front of the